Okay, guys, now let's talk about surviving hardcore with the new patch. Um, Without any changes, this new patch was already going to be way more rippy with all the new encounters, the strong boxes, the unique, and all the rares, and like the conversions of magic to rares, rare to uniques, and just having like way more powerful monsters overall in the game with like just crazy encounters, right? Even like the 10 waves of uniques coming at you. Um, but not only that, there is significant changes in the player survivability overall, right? A lot of classes have been nerfed in terms of attribute stacking and stuff for how many HP you could have with mom or the strength, which would give you more life. So let's talk about this. So first of all, the player elements threshold is now half of max life instead of max life. So as you can know, like during the campaign and stuff, you would rarely get ignite. You would rarely get poison, and bleed was pretty much the only one you would see because most of the time the monster had 100% like hit rate on it. But for shock, ignite, and being frozen or chilled, these are gonna be happening twice as much, and maybe it went from like not happening to like happening a lot. So we're gonna have to see, because that half of max life instead of full life is a big difference. Now the cruel version of Candlemas is now providing 5% increased life instead of 8, so that's a big, that's a that's a nerf to life character, right? Somehow. Now heavy stun is now 3 seconds if you're shielding too much. Let's say you're holding your shield and you get heavy stun. Now it's 3 seconds instead of one. So basically, if you're shielding raised and get stunned, it's basically a life sentence, right? It's you're pretty much dead. 3 seconds is a lot, unless there's like only one monsters. Yeah, I mean, all I can think about is like when you raise your shield, most of the time is because you're surrounded by a lot, right? So, gotta be very careful using it now. Now, players can no longer be light stun if they raise their shield. That's pretty good. I like this one. But one thing that is also very important to note is that you cannot block and you cannot evade hits when you're heavy stunned. So that's extremely dangerous. Extremely dangerous, especially for the new class, which is the Huntress, right? So if you're parrying and you get heavy stun, because you can only get heavy stun if you're blocking or parrying, I guess. So if you get heavy stun when you're parrying, you cannot evade, and you're evade based, you're dead. Okay, you're 100% dead. Like you have like 90% chance to evade, and now zero. What do you think is going to happen? For like armor based character, even if you cannot block, your survivability should be way higher. So I would say overall armor base is being buffed, and dexterity base is getting nerfed. So it's a like armor base is not getting a buff, but like evasion is giving a significant nerf, so it kind of equalize everything, right? Because before evasion was just so much superior than armor, and there's way more. So let's get into that. Um, let's talk about the pin target can no longer evade. So let's say you're right, a dex based character, and you get pinned randomly for 1 second or two. You're dead. You're dead. Like if there is monster that can actually attack you, you're dead. Before you had like 90% chance to evade, right? If you get pinned, now you're dead. Now it's 100% chance to get hit. It's crazy. It's crazy. Okay, let's go to monster have now a higher light stun damage scaling with levels. In the early part of the game, there would be no change, but in the end game, you're gonna get light stunned a lot. The light stun is like every time like your character cannot do something for like a really short period of time. It's that. So monk and like I would say warriors in the okay. Like if your armor base, it's a buff. Everything else is a big nerf, like really big nerf. Because like maybe like even white, any like random white monster will stun you, and there's like a lot of stun threshold nerf in the energy shield based part of the tree. So gotta be very careful about it now. Now another buff to armor, which is fully broken armor, now cause enemies to take 20% increased fizz from hits. So that's basically being shock. Now here's the thing, why it's buffed to armor, because armor, you actually have armor. So it takes a while before you get applied that shock. If you're just an evasion or ES based character, energy shield or evasion, you take one damage will break your armor. If you're broken armor, you take 20% increased fizz from hits. So basically 20% increased instantly. Super rippy. Like, good luck. Good luck, dude. Now, setting a stat to a specific value, such as Chaos Inoculation, setting your life to 1, or Blood Magic setting your mana to 0, now occur before Conveyor is applied. So I don't know if you guys remember, but there's like an amulet that gives you like percentage energy shield based on your life, and everything is like calculated before your Ghost Wraith and before like Eldritch Battery. Well, that's gone. That's 100% gone. Ghost Wraith, by the way, is completely gutted. Like it's gonna be super situational instead of like everybody using it. I already didn't like this unique, but now I hate it. I am never gonna use it ever in my life. That's it. It went from everybody's using it, I don't like it, to like it's so bad, no one's gonna use it. Pretty much what it is. I didn't like it even if it was good. Like it didn't feel good to me. Okay, so Eldritch Battery Keystone passive skill now has the additional property of double mana cost. Holy dude, Eldritch Battery was already like super rippy, especially with the mana siphon monsters. Now you don't want to use it almost. It's like the plague. Like it would be very situational to use this. So huge nerf to Mom and Eldritch Battery, basically. That's what it is. So yeah, that's about it, guys. Let me know your strategies. I think life is gonna be the best this league patch, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, armor is the best right now. I'm not gonna lie, armor is the best. It's crazy. Personally, I think armor was in a good spot. It was like, it was probably the only one that was actually in a good spot, and now everything else is like aligned with it. And now you're gonna be way more careful if you're energy shield based and if you're evasion based, because you're most likely range and stuff. For monk players, quarterstaff, good luck, man. Holy, this patch is gonna be hard for you guys. I mean, I might play it too, but I have an idea for Shayla Monk, but I don't know, man. This is crazy. This is gonna be okay. First of all, I want to talk about, is this good for the game or not? First of all, it's good for the game. That's what I think, because compared to PoE 1, PoE 2 has an insane amount of people that come to play, right? Like it exploded the amount of PoE player ever. So you don't want a copy of PoE 1. You don't want that. You want something brand new. You want something hard. It's the Dark Souls of RPG right now. That's what it is. This has the potential to be like one of the greatest game ever. And their vision, I really respect it. They went with it. They didn't lie. They might have waited 4 months to nerf everything, but they're still going with what they said they would do, and I have huge respects for them, and I think they're actually cooking one of the best game because now combat matters a lot. You cannot just run through everything. There's no way. Like I when I was speedrunning, I was like kind of walking through enemies with the energy shield based character and stuff. Now I don't think it's gonna be that viable. It's gonna be really rippy to do this with an energy shield based character. And now there's no more Grim Feast. Good luck, man. Good luck with those characters. You're gonna have to play way more careful. It's gonna affect your clear speed. Even if you have like insane clear speed, it's gonna affect your clear speed. So gotta be careful about that. And yeah, overall, good for the game. Overall, bad for PoE1 player that like the playstyle. Good for everyone else. Because let's be real, like Dark Soul is like, or Skyrim or whatever. Like these games are like super popular because of their difficulty. And people watch these games, watch people play, and watch people like good players speedrun and stuff like that because it's hard. Because they know it's like so impossible to do it. There's something powerful in having a game that is like getting something that is super hard to get. It's only valuable because it's hard to get. It's the journey to get there. It's also that, like, if you get like a super OP build right away, I wouldn't even play this game. I only play this game because it's hard to it's hard to play. And now it's even harder. To me, it's a huge win, and I think the fun meter is like through the roof. That's what I think. And now the average streamer that stream PoE2 will be way more fun to watch, and that's good for the game, and that's good for the developers. It's good for their pockets. More eyeball, more money. The game is gonna be free, but dude, if they are in profit with their vision, this is very good because now they don't have to listen to players necessarily, but they can use their knowledge of all that PoE1 adventure that they had, fix all their mistakes because they clearly had a vision for PoE1. I think they derailed from it because of players, and now they decided to not listen to the players. And look at the numbers, man. Look at the number of player. The game is not even free yet, and it exploded the amount of PO1 player base peak. You guys are witnessing the greatest ARPG of all time, if not the best game of all time right now. And it's still in early access. Peace out.